Hello guys, hello. How you guys doing today? So
I'm fantastic.
yeah, I feel fantastic too for somehow. I don't know why, but how about you, Ron?
I feel great too, and I think it's because I'm now with you.
Okay. Also, we have finally. I wish we can conclude this endless argument that about which one is the cheapest move in the game. I just can't wait. How about you guys?
Yeah, definitely. We're picking up where we left off last time. I was just going to bring back up our definition of what is cheap, just for a quick recap.
Yeah, that's a good way to start.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, after part one, we had Balrog as our single cheapest move in the game so far, followed by most of Urian's moves. That's kind of what's at the top of the list.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
So Balrog and Urian have the most cheap moves on the list right now?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely so far. Yeah. But we'll see where we get today.
I'm not surprised.
All right. Speak of which, Balrog, is free trigger 2. I mean, risky 2. How do you guys think?
Well, before we get into these moves, let's just quick recap on what we're actually defining as cheap move. So the definition we're kind of running with is moves that seem better than they should be, moves that have low risk yet high reward, moves that steal turns, and moves that are easily spammable.
Yes.
And all that in a nutshell basically means moves that just simply feel unfair. So
And you can press that button without any thinking.
Yeah, and generally brainless. Yeah,
yes.
You don't have. You can just kind of just do it moves, right? Just do it moves.
Yes.
Yeah, it really comes back down to the risk versus reward. Because like, if you can spam it and it's safe, that means it's low risk.
Mm-hmm.
But if it does no damage, that means there's also very little reward. So the moment you have low risk and high reward, it's already entering the cheap. Like, you're probably B or A tier or higher just by knowing your like low risk, high reward formula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So now we can move on to Balrog's Risky 2, which is that makes the Balrog straight DM top tier at this point. So how do you guys think about this move?
Yeah, this is one we missed touching on last time because we covered all of the Balrog's moves already, but we didn't have this one on the list. But it definitely belongs on the list. This
It's
just
3 hits, right? Is
it's,
it 3 hits or 4 hits?
Yeah, how many hits does it add to his dash punches?
It's a +2.
It makes it tough.
And,
It basically,
and
so
you don't
it-
need to charge. That's the problem.
Yeah, he like charges in advance when you press your V skill.
Yeah.
But is it 3 hits when he actually dashes at you when you use the V skill? Like how many hits do you remember?
it makes them multi-hitting.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah, 3 hit. Yeah.
3. Yeah. So here, okay. So here's the thing. What our number one cheapest move that we had on the list in part 1 is Balrog dash punch.
Because of this. Because of this.
Is it because of this? Because I was gonna say this V skill makes the cheapest move we currently have even cheaper.
Yeah, I know. It
Well,
stacks on cheap on
so-
cheap on cheap.
And I feel like what makes this particularly cheap is it's like it's a install kind of V skill where you do it and then you have a charge, but the time that it takes is very fast. It's very hard to stop him from constantly charging this.
Actually, you can stop this activation in
Early?
certain situation, not for everybody. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
sure.
Yeah.
And it even dodges some moves. So even in this, just for kicks, they're like, "What the hell? Let's make it also invincible in certain frames so it can just randomly dodge it." Why not?
Yeah.
Well,
Now the one weakness it has is the hurt box is in front of the hitbox in the startup frames.
Yeah.
So you can interrupt it with a normal pretty easily just by spamming your normals. I still think it's an S tier cheat move. I'm already saying
gotta be.
it's an S tier.
Has
I
to-
don't even
has to
need
be.
to explain why.
okay.
It has to be. I think it belongs hand in hand with dash punch.
All right. So
How can it not?
I will put.
Where in S tier, Rembrandt? Where
Yeah.
would you put it?
I said hand in hand with dash punch. I mean, how can it
Oh,
not?
right beside it? Like
Oh
number
my
1?
God. I think.
Wow.
I think Urian's EX Chariot Tackle is better than that, though.
I mean, it's hard to gauge. It is kind of part of dash punch. It is the actual dash punch that ends up being cheap, but this makes it even cheaper. So it's hard to.
But the EX Chariot Tackle has a balance mechanism, and that's you got to spend bar. You got to spend a meter. What do you
Yeah,
what do you
it's
get
zero.
with your V skill?
You know, V skill, you need to put yourself
Look
in
at you!
risk.
Look at you defend yourself like a guilty criminal. Look at this guy, man.
Okay. All right.
This is meterless. Yeah.
I will put
Okay.
it here.
I almost disagreed with you, Brant, until I realized there's almost no risk for him because when he charges it, very few characters have enough speed to punish at the right distances.
Yeah.
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 He's pretty safe.
Monk Master, you're right, but I
Totally
think
right, Mark.
even because of this skills activation, you can do more pressure. I think this is better than just like doing Oki. So I agree with these guys. All right.
You get control of spacing with that V skill. You have full control because the opponent has to know that it's coming. They can't just do stupid like neutral jump. Bad idea. Any jump, bad idea. Like,
So
Yeah,
let's
it's a good
let's
skill.
move on. Let's move
Let's
on.
move on. Yeah. So we've got a lot to get through
Yes.
tonight. So let's try and.
I think one of the top tier list character named Cammy, which is
Sure.
ooh, okay, yeah, let's go.
so. First of all, I would like to point out her standing medium kick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good angle too. There's
Yeah.
solid core values
Right?
there.
Yeah.
One of the.
I know
best
what I'm doing. I know what I'm
One of
doing,
the best
bro.
Pokemon game, right?
So-
One of the best Pokemon game.
Yeah. So this one, although we can actually punish it if you predict it, but the problem is they, let's say, really good Kami players don't spend this move, right? So it is like really makes the character that needs to spam Fireball, that move stops them somehow and just like trade it, even like you press a little bit late. It's really good and like really good finisher too.
It's good.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's S tier.
No.
I don't think it's A tier.
No, I don't think so.
maybe
either.
bottom A or top like high B. That's what I'm thinking.
Wait, is that her 3 frame?
No. It's
Not the
it's
frame,
like
okay.
7 or 8.
I think this is a B. I think right where you put it is where it belongs.
Yep.
I think
Also, Tundra Storm works on it, so
it is like
that
pretty.
move goes down the list.
It's pretty close to the Darsim's teleporting.
It's
Yeah,
super
okay.
safe. Like, it's kind of
It's
hard to
B.
punish, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Where in B? I don't know, but it's B.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And
What else have we got?
And the best
Dive
move
kick.
in the game.
Dive
EX
kick.
dive. And like when trigger activated.
This S.
S.
This
I
is
think
right up
it's
there near
S.
the top. This is right up there near the top. This is what makes her one of the best characters in the game.
Yes. And this one is like,
I would put this. I'd put this right up there in the top 3. Yep, right there.
yeah. Because this one is, first of all, people do not trying to react to it. For especially guide players, don't, because you'll get punished. And
Yeah.
you'll get tons of damages. And Oki or like reset, then you need to choose another 50-50. So please don't try to react to it.
I always try to lariat.
And yeah, you know what
'Cause
happened, right? You know
It's the
what's gonna
same.
happen.
It's the same startup frames. They jump. So like, I lariat the normal dive kick, but the EX one, it doesn't work.
No,
I always
yeah.
lose.
I think it's like her hitbox. I mean, hitbox is like this much ahead. Somehow it does not
Yeah.
work, no matter what you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yep.
I,
I think
it's,
we all agree on
it's
that
right
one.
there. S tier in the top half, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somewhere in there.
And move on to this move. Her crouching heavy punch. You know, this move. So this one, I think this one, A, bottom A, bottom
Why?
A, because first of all, this one is super fast, much faster than you guys think. Although it's a bit punishable, but at the same time, when you guys playing Cammy, like how many times you guys actually blocked this move? I'm asking you guys right now that how many times that you guys actually blocked this move?
A lot of camis like to open combos into with that move, so yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't the first move that comes to mind for me when I think of Cammy and cheap stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm having trouble even thinking, like, is this something that has frustrated me? I don't know.
Is there frame data we don't know, Brant? Maybe our mathematician statistics major Crazy Flame can enlighten us.
Okay.
Crouch heavy punch?
Yeah. Crouching heavy punch is.
Nine frame move, it's -2 on block.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a pretty
So-
standard normal, man. I don't know why it's cheap.
Well, first of all, you can actually spam it, and this one can cancel to the activation, which is linked to tons
Yeah.
of combos. Also,
Yeah.
somehow this move beats most of our normal. I don't know, like because I guess because of online, but I don't know why. But it's just keep. I don't know why, but I never blocked this move anyway. So
And put this with our other normal that we have on the list, the stand medium kick.
yeah, okay.
A very
I
good
know why it's
normal.
kind of cheap. It's -2 on block.
Yeah.
And it's a heavy move. Like, that's...
Yeah.
That's pretty unique to her.
Imagine Guile's upside down kick is actually the -2.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so last, her V-trigger, V-skill 1, which is,
The cross-up?
yes,
This is annoying. Like, this one is gimmicky, but the fact that it can pass through you and cross up on the other side, especially as a meaty.
well, but the problem is, like, you can't spam this move. You can react to this move with your middle punch and middle button, any button.
It is reactable, as lots of things are in this game, but it's just one of those. It is a gimmick. Like, it's a gimmick, but it's a cheap gimmick. It's annoying for sure.
Well, like,
It's one of those things that catches you, once a game. Every time you play a Cammy, they catch you with one of these, and it's like, oh, damn it.
and like you get combo after.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
yeah,
right.
you kick yourself because you're like, why didn't I block that? But you still got hit anyways, right?
And it's plus. Did you guys know that? This is
Yeah, so-
plus on block.
On block, it's +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, this is cheaper than the two normals that we have on the list. This goes above those. For me, that's my opinion.
So, like, how about around here? Maybe here?
Maybe low A. Not
Low
that
A?
high.
Not this
Yeah.
high?
This
But
is not cheaper than Butt Slam. No,
But
definitely.
I believe this one is. No, never mind. Yeah, I think it's.
It's below Butt Slam.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's where it falls. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I would like to talk.
Welcome,
Like short break.
Carson.
Short break. Let's talk about Dan. So.
Dan?
Yeah, Dan kick first.
Dan kicks. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very good.
Right?
It's
Well-
solid. That's a solid B for me. Like they're good, but they're not super cheap.
Well, I mean, you need to put lots of consideration and spacing as well for this
Yeah.
move. So I
Yeah.
don't think this one is like any better than C. Because like literally you can't spam it. Even like diamond level.
That
Yeah.
one's called Dan Kicks, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it has a Japanese name, but Dan kicks is what most people call it.
I'm just looking at Fat and the
It's
database.
called Dan Kakyaku.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
That's the actual name, but
I
anyways,
would,
yeah.
I
Dan
would like to
kicks,
call it Dan kick, aka nobody cares what that called.
C, it's C. C or even
It's C.
D.
It's pretty low
Yeah.
in my view, yeah.
But I think this one is worse than. I think
It has some unique traits.
Yeah.
Like Muck is right. It changes its frame data, depending on if you block low or high.
yeah. So as long as you know about it, it's not really cheap anymore. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Just
So-
stand block, and you're basically wait. It's -5 on stand block and +3 on crouch block. So
Yes.
yeah,
As long as you
that's
know.
the only thing that
yes.
makes it weird. Because then you're like, oh, he keeps punishing me for shit, and,
Yeah.
and you never know why.
And that's why you need to watch your replay, right? To figure out what is wrong with you.
How about you watch your replay, you Q-Soul?
I would like to say, shut the fuck up, you Q-Soul.
Yo,
Wait.
I was trying to be family friendly for a second.
Okay, Q-Soul? Okay. We will not.
Okay.
We will not call each other. I mean, explain why we call each other Q-Soul. Okay.
It's our next.
We're
So
just-
it's our next Dan move that really is interesting to me. And this is the taunt camp.
Ooh.
Because this one has the potential to be really cheap, but there's a high execution element to it, so it kind of balances it out.
For me,
Yeah.
for me, in my opinion, this one is like low B, like, or even low C, because I punish this.
But that's only if you get a chance to. Because it's not punishable if they land it properly.
Yes.
Yeah, like I feel
It's
like
needed
if you took execution out of this discussion and just assumed, okay, who's ever playing Dan executes this 100% of the time, with perfect timing. Like in that
Pretty rare.
case, Dan has the best neutral in the game.
Yes, because everything is negative too.
Yeah, yeah, like seriously, but it's really hard to do, and if you mess it up even once, you're gonna get big time punished because
Yeah.
you're just not in their face and they mess you up. So
So there is an element of labbing required to make the reward high for this, because otherwise the risk is not justifiable sometimes. Because yeah, when I was trying this out, I had a ton of fun landing it, but I think my success rate was like just barely above 60%. So I can't just spam it, right?
Yeah.
So I think it ends up right in the middle then, I guess, right?
Yeah,
like
middle B,
It
yeah.
averages out. It
Averages
averages
out,
out.
I'd
yeah.
put it in middle B, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not beginner friendly. That's kind of
No,
what I'm
no,
thinking
no.
as far as that move goes.
And for you guys' information, Barlock's dash punch is not really for beginners spammable move neither. I'm just saying. Okay, let's move on.
Whoa. Yes.
Who wants to say it and move on?
Disagree.
Motherfuck.
We've thoroughly covered dash punch. We don't. It's
Okay.
at number 1 for a freaking reason.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about Akuma. Akuma. All right.
I'm Akuma.
Yeah, let's talk about Akuma. Akuma.
Air fireball.
Air fireball. S tier. S tier.
I think this one is the low S tier because
Yeah.
If you do light
Yeah.
air fireball, yeah, that's I would say low S tier or high A.
the reason why we're putting this move S tier is literally you can spam it, but the problem is if you don't know what you're doing, you get punished and like
The spacing is once you
This
learn it, it's not hard to repeat.
no.
You're right. It's not like Dan's V skill where it's like you actually have to spend hours trying to figure out the timing.
Yeah, but if you get
This
hit,
gives you.
Yeah.
This gives you free jump-ins.
Yes.
What are the characters?
Free
that has
jump-ins, yeah.
so
And you
None.
make the opponent paranoid that they have to respond properly to it.
So I think this move is slightly better than Guile's upside down kick. How do you guys think?
No, I don't think
Oh my
so.
god, you guys!
Hello.
You guys!
There you go. There you go. Yep.
Oh
You got
my
it.
god! All right.
You got it. In fact, we might have to bump upside down kick up the list. And we get
Shut
to-
up.
Functionality
Shut up.
in terms of how many ways you can apply these two moves. So you got your upside down kick versus Akuma's air fireball. The upside down kick has way more applications that make sense that lead to a better result. Whereas the air fireball, like if you land it, you land it. But the benefit is
Okay.
you're now in. You're in that range to pressure.
So you guys just activated my trap card. Let's talk about this move. Forward
Okay.
heavy punch.
Yeah.
So this
Okay.
one works exactly, guys.
It
As
does.
same as Guy's upside down kick, and
Yes,
it has
100%.
projectile invincible as well,
Yes.
and of course throw invincible as well. So,
So-
where do you guys want to put this one? And
Well,
of course it's a
question-
negative too.
So my only question is this cheaper or less cheap than upside down kick? It definitely
Less
belongs
cheap.
right up there beside it. I just don't know if it's in front of it or behind it on the tier.
Let me point one thing out, Brant. Can you crush counter upside down kick?
No.
Can you crush counter forward heavy punch for Akuma?
No.
Yes.
You
When he's
can?
in the air, you can crush counter it with a heavy.
Really?
He gets crushed and sent flying in the air.
I mean, Guys,
Yep.
same thing. Guys
Interesting.
gets crush counter too. If
The
you
upside
press
down
button.
kick?
Yeah.
I thought it's not crush counterable.
No,
really?
it is. It is.
Okay, so they both have that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
But okay. So Akuma's forward heavy punch has 2 invincibility, which is projectile and throw.
Same as Guile's upside
No.
down kick.
Guile upside down kick is only throw invincible.
Oh, right.
We're gonna have to
Oh.
settle the frames maybe. Like how fast is this one?
On block.
upside down
How
kick?
about
That's-
on block? What's the difference?
Both
Yeah.
-2.
Why do I feel like the upside down kick's cheaper?
Because
Seems faster. I think it's
you guys
faster.
hate Guile in your bones, man. Like
I
there's
don't.
nothing I can do about
No.
change.
I don't hate
Oh
Guile.
my god, you guys.
I don't.
F you guys. Oh my god.
Yeah, Muckmaster has a good point. It's less useful in neutral compared to upside down kick.
Well,
So-
upside down kick has it's not invincible, but like his hurt box like slightly moving when like according his move, right? So it's actually the avoid some crouching kick moves, which is good. Which I'm trying to
Is this
amuse
is this
that part.
is this forward heavy punch?
It is for
Yes,
Akuma, yeah.
forward head punch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 32 frames of startup. It's quite slow to come out. But it can also hit people on the ground. So that's an interesting element
Yep.
to consider.
For the cross counter, the sweep cross counter, those kind of
This
stuff.
is-
Yeah.
This is why I think upside down kick is cheaper. Upside down kick is 16 frames
Okay.
So
Compared-
fast.
compared to this, which is 32. So
think-
it's definitely not as cheap.
Effing hate you guys. All right, let's go. Let's move
Oh,
on.
here's another
There you go.
thing. You can neutral jump the standing heavy punch and land a jump neutral jump heavy move, you can't do that on the upside down kick because you're gonna get hit
on your wake up. You can do it too.
And because this Akuma's is 32 frames, you're not just randomly throwing this out in neutral. Like Guile, who is fucking randomly throwing out upside down kick in neutral and catching throws, right? So yeah.
But like with upside down kick, if you wake up to that and you jump, you're gonna get hit.
Yeah,
you can't react. There's no room to react.
Because players sincerely labbing those timing. And okay, let's move on. Let's move
you can
on.
literally watch Akuma start up frames for his standing heavy punch, his forward heavy punch, and then neutral jump it, and you'll actually get away from it because he hits low with that move.
Gal players is so cheap.
That two younger guys harassing the oldest team member here right now. Okay, never mind. Let's go.
But I think I agree with you. S tier right behind upside down kick, so they're both cheap as F.
No matter what I said, it doesn't work against Kyle. God damn it. Okay, so let's talk about Karin's. Yeah, it's like there are not many. So Karin's overhead.
So, yeah, this is a good move. Like, it's not super unique. There's many overheads in the game that are similar frame data wise, I think. It's just that like the animation is kind of subtle.
Yeah, and long.
Yeah. Not obvious.
And long too.
Yeah.
And also, so it's not really punishable. I'm pretty sure no Karin users will throw that move that too obvious that we can actually punish it.
Yeah, it looks too much like her normals. Like that's what's kind of tricky about it is it's so subtle looking, but it is -7 on block, so it is punishable.
Yeah, but as I said, no Karin users will throw that move that obvious.
So it's a B for me.
Yeah,
I put it in B somewhere.
B, yeah.
I think
you just gotta like get used to the startup frame animations, and then you're kind of good from there. But yeah, it's very like you can't autopilot react to it. For me, when I autopilot react to that, I get hit every time.
No, I mean like you just like block it. you don't wanna react to Karin's move.
Like if I'm crouch blocking and I see that move happen, chances are it's too late for me to respond properly, so I end up getting hit by it. Because everyone else is overhead. Like take Kage for example, he moves in an angle that is unique to that move, and you never see him move like that in any other normal animation. Similar to who else's overhead is really obvious to me? Ryu. He like steps back and then he moves and goes in for the hit, right? But Karin's normals, almost all of them have similar animations to her overhead.
Okay. Well, yeah, and that's why it's on the list, and not every other overhead is on the list, right?
Am I the only one who feels so humiliated that getting hit by Ryu's overhead? Like it's like literally, I'm going to fucking smash your head.
I'm gonna take so much time as I go down for the hit.
Right, and we get hit, and it's a 2 hits, right? Oh my god! All right, let's move on.
Let's move on.
So how about Gil? So apparently, is a boss character. He is boss character. But he's considered is like pretty low tier character.
So this is what, parry?
Yeah, his parry.
Oh, okay. I'll save my opinion on this one.
Why?
I think this is interesting to me because it's like, kind of like the Dan taunt cancels where it can be really cheap, but it has a high skill gap or a high skill curve to use this effectively. But what makes it cheap is I think it is the best parry in the game because it's only two frames.
Yeah.
Up.
And you can actually interfere certain like the unless it is true block string, you can actually interfere every single combos with this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
You can interrupt a lot of block strings that no one else can if you know how to and if you know when to press, right? Like it's not easy. And it's stuff you just have to know. Like that's why this kind of balances out for me. It's got to be B. It's kind of like it's like Dan.
I think this move is a little bit better. I mean, worse than Kami's standing medium kick, but better than Dan's taunt.
Yep, I think that's where it belongs. Yep.
Okay.
So I would put it much higher than what you guys both said, but there's only one reason for this. I would put it in mid A or even high A, because when you understand the opponent's rhythm, you can own them. Like every combo they do, they have to change up their rhythm. Because this move is so fast. It's basically like how Geeves used muscle armor, the B skill. But now you get a free parry because the timing allows him to punish you into a combo. But with the other moves, there's not always enough time. Like with Akuma's parry, it doesn't work for everything. But this works for almost everything.
So another thing is, I believe there are only 2 parries that are not decreasing their health points, which is Ryu's and Gale's. I believe, oh no, Alex neither. But Akuma's, like, when you parry his certain move, his HP decrease, right?
Right.
So, but I still
and I
think
don't think the
it's
skill
not.
gap is as hard as it seems for this parry.
Yeah,
I think it's the easiest skill, like lowest learning curve out of all the parries.
It's easily baitable though. You can just start like just dashing up and not pressing and waiting for him to parry, then he gets crushed.
yeah.
Or if he's doing it as an anti-air, you empty jump it, and then he gets crushed. So,
You don't throw it out though. It's a reactionary like response to someone's habits. So if someone likes to wake up button all the time, that's when you consider wake up parrying. It's not really like it's definitely not a just do it move. It's kind of the opposite of a just do it move.
yeah, which balances it out.
Yeah.
So I think it's like this move is where it belongs.
Yeah, I
In my
kind of think
opinion.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So how about Gale's V trigger? I believe this is 2, isn't it? No, the setup.
Ice trap.
Yeah, ice trap.
I can't remember which V trigger this is, but this is a tricky. He can really set up some crazy tricky setups with this, especially when he does it meaty and you wake up into this.
I think it's gimmicky and not that good.
Yeah, and
It is
also
gimmicky and it has some answers. Like you can just V reversal, I think.
V-shift.
V-shift
That's it,
is the
yeah.
ultimate answer too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think this one is like better than C.
Okay. Yep. Fair enough.
How about better than Urian's knee, EX knee?
No, definitely not.
No?
Did we put EX knees that low?
Yeah, because it's a reactable, blah blah blah. But I still think this one is like one of the B move. But let's move on.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move on.
Let's talk about Canadian character. Canadian.
Yale. Let's
So-
talk about him.
How about EX dash?
You mean so his run, his command run,
Yeah.
right?
Especially EX1.
So EX gets 2 hits armor, 3 hits of armor if he's in V trigger 1. But it's reactable. You can jump. He's got all of his options out of it are negative as hell. He can punch or he can flip, and he's like negative 100 on either option.
So okay.
It's the armor I think that makes this cheap for people because they, instinctively you press something, he eats it, and then you get tossed in the air.
So I believe this one was -6 before nerf, wasn't it? The EX punch?
No, it's always been -9. The EX punch is now like minus a lot. It was -9 before, which is the same as his regular run
I
punch.
see. Yeah, so before that, I would give this move like A because first of all, pushback is super long, so he gets away like so far. Then
It used to be a low risk, extremely high reward move.
yes,
But not so much anymore.
not anymore. So I don't want to give this move any better than B because like still you can spend this move on opponent's wake up because it like literally forcing your opponent 50-50, which is either jump or block. Right?
It doesn't have armor on frame 1 though. It's frame 3 armor.
No,
So-
on wake up. On opponent's wake up. Right?
Yeah, you can do it, but I think this move, and it's going to be the case for all of Abigail's moves, what makes these things cheap is they are knowledge check moves. So
Yes.
if you've never labbed Abigail and you don't know what the answer is, you're going to get caught by this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think it's like mid B.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
this one is better than Gil's parry.
Yeah, I think it belongs there. Yeah.
The more strategy and like prediction based play that's required to make a move cheap, the less cheap it is. Because it's no longer about something consistent, like frame data is very consistent. But rather, if you want that move to be effective, it's about the human element, just like the Danby skill or the parry. Look at those, all three of them right beside each other. It's because they have that human element that balances it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I agree, like, pre its nerf, this was S tier probably.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Fussy. Real Fussy. Abigail's crouching light punch.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So talk about it, Zen-Game user. Talk about it. Let's talk.
I don't think this is specifically crouch light punch and stand light punch. I think it's just his jabs, right?
Yes, his jabs in general. Let's talk about it.
These got nerfed too. These got added hurt box extensions to them, but they're still very good. But they are 5 and 6 frame jabs. So stand is 5, crouch is 6 frames. They're this very slow jabs, right? I was gonna say slowest jabs in the game, but Luke actually got a 5 frame jab, ironically. But they are the slowest jabs in the game. The 6 frame jab is maybe the slowest jab in the game, but also the longest reach for a jab in the game. So it's balanced that way.
Okay, but still, look at that range, and this one beats most of like normal moves neither. Like I mean, like you can't challenge this move.
Yeah, it's arguably one of the best jabs in the game.
Okay, can
The
you
fact that it's 2 hits is a huge plus.
Yes, target combos too, right? Both stand and crouch can double hit target combo.
Yeah, so it interrupts a lot of stuff. It has an answer though. Every character should have a normal that can punish it. It just means you can't get in quickly. You have to just let him spam it and then realize that you have the knowledge to check it. So it's good at keeping distance and controlling spacing to a degree and interrupting normals and stuff until they know the button they have to press. Like I just learned it on Saturday night when we were labbing that, Brant.
Yeah.
I think
For a year and a half, I haven't had the knowledge to deal with that move.
Well, I mean,
So there's the one part that's kind of cheap about it.
that's what I said. Abigail is a knowledge check matchup.
Yeah.
You either know how to deal with this stuff or you don't. If you don't, you're gonna have a rough time.
I
Hey,
think that
Avery's
this
got
one,
a question I think we should all address while we're talking about
after, I
this-
was
this
gonna
whole
address
concept.
it. I was gonna address it after we putting this move in where it's supposed to be. So
Okay, where do we think it should be then?
I think this one is better than Barlock's standing heavy kick.
Do you think this is better or worse than Cammy's normals? That's my question to you.
Yeah, it is.
Worse?
No, it's better, much better.
Better than Cammy's? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. It's a very good normal. Yeah.
And I think it's worse than.
I think that's pushing it. That putting a jab in A tier is pushing it though. I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
I'd put it in high B.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that's what I would.
Let's put it like top B then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the question we had was, when you're learning a fighting game, should you lab other characters? Thoughts?
So for me, I really did not lab any other characters until I hit Diamond. So which is like 6 months. For the 6 months, I only thing that I did was grinding my combos, make sure I hit harder.
And I was gonna say something similar as well. It's not the first thing you need to worry about. It's part of the advanced stuff that you dig into when you're deep into a game. When you
I agree. Yeah.
Stuff, so yeah.
Because
Like if you play casually, then the goal is entertainment. Have fun.
and have fun, yeah.
Labbing is not for most people part of that aspect of the game. It's like this is me studying. I have to go to work.
Yeah.
But if you play competitively, I consider myself like semi-competitive. Definitely not pro, but one step above casual. So I do care about labbing and playing a little bit of other characters to understand how my main character, actually Jose Ponypants, perfect example. And I'll quote him. You should lab how your character deals with other characters' tools. So the tools that they rely on, as long as you know how to deal with them with a certain character, I think that's gonna take you to diamond, and then maybe you start exploring all the other stuff later.
So,
However, I would say, since we just talked about Abigail, we're not even done talking about Abigail. He's a good example of one, even when you're learning, if you get blown up by a character like Abigail and you're like, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't even play. He just rolled over me. Like, that might be one situation where there's those oddball characters in this game where you go in and at least figure out how to counter his it's like, oh, he was just run grabbing me the whole game. Well, you might go into the lab and figure out how to deal with that, but
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
It's
That's
not
what I
something
do
you
with
gotta-
setups. So like I want to learn which moves are crush counterable so that I understand how to punish the shit out of them properly and not just leave that damage on the table. Because a crush counter can make the difference between winning or losing a round by a large margin.
Well, because we are talking about Street Fighter 5, let's limit it to this game only. For me, the guy who taught me how to play this game remotely, that he just gave me 3 goals. 3 goals.
Yeah, tell him the goals I gave you.
First of all, hit harder. Hit harder. That's it.
That's right.
So
That's what I said.
Yeah, combos. Then second, doing practice Oki. So which lead to hit harder too, and gives you the better situation after knock down your opponent. And third, punish. That's it. That was it. But the problem is, if you want to punish, you need to lag, right?
And you need matchup knowledge to
Yeah.
punish properly.
And fourth, don't be a Q-soul.
Yeah, don't play Guile. Anyone who wants to play this game, don't play Guile and Battle. You lose your friends, and all those your friends will accusing you to play Guile and Battle, and like all of a sudden you get called Q-soul, asshole, like motherfucker. Yeah,
Q-soul.
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's move on. I hope our conversation helped the Avery's question. All right, let's move on to
Play for fun. Don't worry about it. If you want to be competitive,
So I think
there is benefits to labbing and trying other characters.
we've got both of Abigail's V triggers here next.
Yes. So I think this like punch move is because we talked about it. I will just put besides of it.
Yeah, so it's V trigger 1. This is his charge punches
Yes.
that have armor on all his normals when he's charging them.
No. Then it's different story. I think that is easily like low A easy.
Yeah, so there's a couple components to this. He gets armor on all his normals, they charge, they crumple on hit, and he gets like a base like 20% damage boost on literally everything, including his super. I don't know what the damage boost percentage is, but it's something like that.
Okay, so first of all, this one, like people saying, oh, we can V shift, and I'm telling people that unless you're a professional player, like people we would know, like try it and like see how it works. But it usually doesn't work. Right?
There's a couple very easy answers to this. Yeah, V shift is a universal answer, and it's definitely they're more than reactable. Like the charge times on these things are like 20 some frames.
Yeah, but still, like try it.
You can also do any invincible reversal.
Or
well,
CA.
just stop.
Yeah.
Or CA, yeah.
But the problem is you are actually that move forcing your opponent wasting your resources, right?
Yeah.
And his health point is 1100. So
Yeah,
I think
it's a
this one
very-
is
It's a very good V trigger. It used to be 2 bars too.
Oh my god! I'm so
would've
glad
def-
I didn't play that time.
Yeah, it would have been S tier then, but I think
Low A, yeah, low A, yeah.
Is that the move where you can cancel the throw, or that's just the punch?
This is the charge normals.
Yeah,
where
you
they
can-
crumple on.
You can charge
arm.
2 heavy move, which is crouching heavy punch and standing heavy punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And back heavy punch.
and back heavy
forward
punch too. Yeah.
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 So,
Pretty much, if you have our super armor or parry, this is almost like nullified now.
Okay, let's move on to V trigger 2.
This one is more gimmicky.
Yeah.
This is like the Juggernaut charge. It has a couple interesting things. Like it can just be used as a combo extender, and it does good burst damage. It's kind of its main purpose.
Oh,
Oh, thanks for the raid, Cha-Cha.
thanks for
Appreciate
the
that.
raid.
The other interesting aspect, it can be used gimmicky. You can just use it in neutral. You can just full charge it in neutral even. It has like 100 hits of armor before he starts moving, so you can't stop him while he's charging it. But as soon as it starts moving forward, there are some counters. You can just jump forward over it. Easier said than done. Again, knowledge check thing.
And even you can actually grab it.
You can actually grab it.
Here's the cool thing about that move. If you have Abigail on one end of the map, and then he does that move, if you are halfway towards him, he has a hurt box you can throw.
Yeah.
But the last half, that hurt
can't.
box disappears. So you have to be this close.
Yeah.
In the front half of the map.
Yeah.
So what's really interesting though is if he charges it fully and you're halfway, you can just wait. And then once he comes up to you, you can throw him. I labbed this and V trigger for Urian is the same, where he charges his chariot tackle.
Yeah, V
can
trigger
throw
too.
it.
Yeah, V trigger too.
Yeah, so it has a similar flaw.
Urian's isn't as good, but you can throw this, but it's kind of like staring down a freight train.
You gotta lab that timing, because like
power to you
it's
if you
worth
do it.
If I suck at that.
But let me tell you this though. Let me tell you guys this. So for people who play character who has like low HP, this move can be like nightmare. Two wrong choice make you lose your round.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, really good comeback component.
Muck says it's surprisingly easy to throw this, but you gotta
You
be
just have to try it.
courageous. Is a good word.
Yeah. I labbed it for an hour straight, and that's what gave me my courage. It took me an hour.
And then the other aspect of this too is on block it guard breaks, right? So
I still think it's not better than any.
Same.
Yeah.
so you think this is worse than his V trigger one?
Yeah.
It also the other interesting aspect is you can combo super on hit.
I mean, most of them, right? Most of characters V skill or V trigger moves are cancel-able. You can do it, but just
Okay. So this is less cheap than his jabs.
I think it's
so.
better. I think it's cheaper. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move on. How about Chun's air 100 kicks?
Air legs.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting one again to me because I feel like this has like a high execution curve on it again. Like to be able to do instant air legs is kind of what's cheap for me, because it catches so much stuff. Yeah, you know that can be used as throw bait. It's plus on block, I think. But yeah, again, it's not easy to do. Instant air legs is hard to do.
So
Not the easiest thing to do.
For me, I don't think this move is like good, like in first place. I actually would rather point out her crouching heavy punch. This one.
Okay.
This one is like A. You can literally spam it, and you can win.
I actually don't know much about those air legs. Is it like,
I believe.
should it be cheap? What is the argument we have here? Because if it's not cheap, we should just throw it somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I don't run into it too much.
No,
What's
not
cheap
really.
about it is, okay, it's not plus on block, but it's safe. It's just something that you can do in neutral. It beats throws. It's safe on block.
But she needs it for the
But she needs a meter, right? For
Mhm.
EX version. She doesn't
Yeah.
have it unless it's EX. So, not that cheap.
Yeah, I think this one is even like this level, like right now. Yeah.
Compared
Okay.
to everything else in the list, I'd say it's pretty low.
Let's
Yeah.
move on. Let's talk about King, our King, Sagat.
Do we not have any other Chun-Li stuff on the list?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about Tiger. So his projectile.
Fireball?
Yeah. His
Yeah.
projectile. I would like to put this one EGA.
Best fireballs in the game, right?
The best. Okay, right now, because Luke has like good fireball too, but still I think the Sagat is better.
Yeah, I think so. I think these are arguably the best fireballs in the game. But that's what he's designed to do. Like that's his strength, right? So,
Yeah, as I mentioned, like I should put the chance for the heavy punch. But let's move on because we have so many moves that haven't talked yet.
Yeah, we missed some in part 1 when we covered characters 2 and we added them here, so it's hard to capture all of them. But
Jose's like, y'all really put Ibuki's overhead on the list?
Of course.
Yes.
Of
We will
course.
explain later why.
you bet we did.
You will feel what I feel, how I feel entire stream for that moment. Okay, so let's talk about the because I think this one is better than Honda's the heavy palm or whatever that moves. How about you guys think? But still, I think Balrog's standing medium punch is better.
Yeah, I think it belongs there in A.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely an A. Yep.
I agree where it is.
Because I put Balrog better than that, and you guys are agree. Yeah, I get you guys. Okay, I got you. Assholes. I mean, cute souls.
Useful.
Okay, let's talk about his kick. That is. This one is actually the low attack, but it looks like not like, let's say it's just normal kick, right? This one?
Oh,
Which one is this? Stand heavy kick?
No. So it's I believe forward mid kick. Forward mid kick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
You
can
can't
charge it.
This, right?
and cancel it, yeah.
you can charge it, you can cancel it, and yeah, it's a stand low. That's the problem. It's a low sweep, but it's not really, and you can literally spam.
Yeah. The animation also doesn't look like it's a low.
But-
It's a good normal. It's
Yeah.
it's right there with Cammy's normals, I think,
But
in B tier.
it's not A. Definitely, it's not A. It's super slow, and
I think it belongs right there beside Cammy stand medium kick.
yeah,
Parry.
because it's not combo able neither. So
Super Armor Parry wrecks that move too.
all right, let's move on. How about? Okay, I fear that I'm going to get harassed by you guys again, but let's talk about Ken.
Oh, Ken. Let's talk about Ken. I'd love to talk about Ken.
Yes. So, first of all,
Kingbird like Ken.
Ken's
looks like he has a lot of
jumping
moves.
heavy punch.
Okay.
I would
best-
like to put this move lower
Higher.
A to
Higher.
top B.
higher because this is the best jumping normal in the game. Like it is.
Oh, he said it. He said it. I was wondering if he was gonna claim that.
This is
Alright.
this is the best jumping normal in the
Yeah,
game.
it is. I agree with
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay, tell the viewers why both of you guys have opinions on it, right?
So first of all, this move is only a few moves that can have possibility to beat like normal anti-air, such as Balrog's standing medium punch, or even sometimes even Poison's crouching medium punch that we are going to talk about later. But yeah, this move is like kind of insane, especially this
has
move.
a-
Yeah.
It has a bizarre shrunken hurt box compared to its hitbox, and that's what makes it so freaking good. And I don't know why it deserves that, but his hurt box completely collapses while he's in there, and it's very hard to anti-air, and it hits his fist, like the actual hitbox is way
Is
below.
so
Yeah,
much lower.
way
yeah.
lower. Yeah. So yeah, this
I think
is
it's one
Yeah,
of the
like you
best
said.
neutrals, air neutrals for sure.
Yeah, like you said, it beats a lot of the best anti-air moves in this game clean.
and this move
Yep.
like literally wrecks Guile. Like
Oh.
literally.
Does it beat Flash Kick?
Yeah. No. Okay. So if Ken jumps, that obvious that Ken player sucks, or like he has intention.
Okay.
But
I think this
Yeah.
has got to be up there in A, because like we've got Balrog stand medium punch in A. This is up there with that.
no,
I
because
like
okay,
it in A. I think it's A because if you look at every move, no one has an air normal on our tier list yet.
and,
Yeah.
That's the first
and
one.
you guys need to know, because of this move, can like
Second.
literally can jump over projectile character that like Ryu cannot do. He can do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And let's compare it to Lariat because we all know that's everyone's favorite anti-air. It makes Lariat not obsolete, but you have to lab the timing in order to figure out when you're supposed to press Lariat buttons to hit that jump in. So like if Ken does a jump in heavy punch, your window to Lariat is tiny. If you press it at the wrong time, he's gonna hit you.
Yeah.
So it's that same thing Brant was saying, where the hitbox is so low that it's like it's faster, but it's not faster. It's just because the hitbox is so much lower, it hits you sooner when you're in the air.
Yeah, but the problem is, as long as you're not hitting a Zangief head, it gets Ken gets hit. I laughed like so hard because we had a friend who played GIF, which is only like he waiting for me jump in, so I get punished by that all the effing time. So
another weird thing about it too, like a lot of Abigail players, myself included, when I played them a lot, like they rely on parry to anti-air, and if you parry this jumping normal for some reason, and it's the only example of this, the parry sound happens, you get your bling sound, like you successfully parried, but you just don't parry him.
Actually, he passes you. Yeah, Ken passes you. Yeah.
It's actually bizarre. I don't know why it happens, and it always frustrated me.
And also, it can punish Abigail because it's a recovery.
And he recovers and crushes you for successfully parrying him.
So I
bizarre.
think, I think this one can be better than Barlock's standing medium punch, but I don't think it's better than Zangief Lariat as anti-air.
Yeah, I think it belongs up there though. Yeah, I think high A. Yep.
Okay. Let's move on to the, this is another mimicking move that Ken's forward heavy kick, as known as thunder kick.
His overhead / fake overhead, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think this one is like somewhere around teleport. No A, man. Like
A.
There's no way this move is A.
Isn't it minus like 4 on block? It's pretty negative, isn't it?
It's a -7.
Okay, so yeah, I felt like it's pretty harsh if you block it properly.
But the problem is, on hit, it's a full combo, and he can fake it out and then just go low, right? It's the fake out option too.
Yeah.
It constantly keeps you on your toes. This is just something that Ken will do to you every single time he has you in the corner, and you have to be effing sharp to defend this every time.
So okay,
this is an A for me.
You're gonna guess wrong eventually is kind of the Ken player's logic.
Yeah, before we go further, let me explain you this though. So before the Ken's heavy punch DP gets buffed, Ken's game plan was pretty linear. Like put your opponents in the corner and threaten that 50-50 all the time. And somehow you land it and win. That's it, right? Because fight over sucks, no more side sucks, and if your neutrals are not that good, like there's nothing you really can do about it. But now, because Ken's DP got better, and somehow people think Ken's are good, but I don't think so. But still, this move, because of this move, I think the Capcom does not giving him like better normals. So I still think this one is like not really good move, and you cannot really spam it, and it's risky. Yeah, so I don't think it's an A.
I think this gives him some of the most dangerous corner pressure in the game.
I mean, that's what makes Ken dangerous, but at the same time, like I hate to say this, but let's compare to Guy's upside down kick. Like, come on, man. Like this one is not even like compared to A.
Okay, agree. It's not as cheap as that.
See, you guys just another time. You guys witness those two guys are trying to harass me only on Guile and Barlow.
How about low A?
Yeah, low A. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
Muck puts it in really good terms here. He says it's high risk, but even higher reward. Because you get a full optimal damage combo out of it, and you can confirm into CA if you want to just finish your round.
Yeah.
I'd still put it as like a low A.
Yeah.
I don't think the risk is super high either. I don't think it's high risk.
It is higher risk. It's a negative
Minus 7?
Yeah.
That's pretty high risk.
And he literally comes at you, so you really can't do like, you know what I mean? Like you can't spacing make it safe.
Yeah.
And wake up timing, if you're gonna meaty them with this, you actually have to lab that. You can't just time it and be like, I know I'm gonna press it right here and guess. Like it doesn't work well because you can react to it. It's slow enough that if they try to meaty you with it, you can just react.
Or
So
just like
it's not a just
invincible move, reversal.
yeah. You can totally like CA the shit out of him if he does.
Okay, so let's move on to poison. All right.
Sweet poison. Hey Carson, are you there still?
Poison.
So let's talk about her command
I think
grab.
it's good.
Oh my god.
V-trigger one, right?
Yeah.
I
This
don't
is
know
what
enough about this move. I have to look this one up.
is this V-trigger 2?
I believe this is free trigger 2. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a almost full screen command grab, I think.
Almost.
V-trigger 2, right?
Almost, and like tons of damages, but not giving you Oki. But at the same time, you can combo it off, I believe. So
It's gimmicky. Yeah, you can combo off it. To just do it raw and neutral, that's a gimmick, but it's a cheap gimmick. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's super fast. You really can't react to it online. That's another issue.
So she's whipping you to death from half screen away. So you're sitting there blocking because you can't move forward, and then you get grabbed from full screen.
Yes, and you're
I can
dead.
add
You're
on to
dead.
how I think it's so cheap. And because of Poison's special moves and her anti-air ability, you never want a neutral jump for no reason. You also never want to jump in.
Yeah.
So this means if the opponent conditions the shit out of you and you never jump, they can pull this move off at any range and you're gonna get hit with it.
And,
It complements the rest of her kit very well.
It does.
and damage is unreal.
But
180 damage on the long range
Yep.
and 200 stun.
Yep.
And I think she can do it twice per V trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
I think this is similar to like we had Abigail VT2 as B.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of like that. Like,
But
it's something.
I think this one is better than better than Abigail's jab, but not trigger. How about
Okay.
you guys think?
Yeah, I think it belongs there in B, anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honda has something like that, but Honda's one is so much better. Like it literally gives Honda Oki. That's the problem. And
I think it's better than B.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at all the moves in B. This to me is a just do it move.
Okay.
Because the recovery on it is ranged. She's never going to do it right in your face. So when they're standing away, like let's say you're 2 dashes away from them, good luck punishing her on recovery. Because that means you neutral jump and then you had to dash in twice. The recovery is 44 to 51 frames. It depends on the range that she's standing. Good luck punishing that, because which poison player is ever going to do it at point blank range?
No.
It's pretty rare.
Well, but the problem is not many poison players choose this free trigger for a reason. Because I don't play poison, I don't know why, but definitely there will be some like disadvantage on this trigger. Maybe because of damages, right? Because other trigger gives you like tons of more damages.
Probably no Oki either.
Yeah.
I'm
So
pretty sure there's no Oki with this one.
with this one, no.
So it's
I
just
know that
raw
for a
damage
fact,
on
yeah.
V trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
it's an A tier move because I look at the B tier stuff and I'm like, a lot of these things don't make me struggle. But at A tier, it's like, okay, this is really like the pain really comes in now.
I think this one is better than, if you put it that way, I think this one is better than Kami's trigger. I mean, Kami's V-skill.
I think it's better than the Kami's V
Yeah.
skill, yeah.
But not better than Honda's butt slam.
yeah.
I really like where you put it there, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's move on to the best anti-air button in this game. Her crouching middle punch.
It even cancels cross-ups.
So we're gonna have to get into frame data to decide what is better between this and Balrog, but they're very, very similar normals.
Did you say it's crouching heavy punch?
Crouching middle punch.
Okay, let me just.
So that's 6 frames
refresh my
startup
memory here.
versus Balrog, 5 frame startup. So
Yes.
it's a frame slower than Balrog.
But this one actually covers cross-up too, in case.
I can't believe this. So the fat database is like, it cannot hit cross-ups from active frames 3 to 5. But I'm like, yo, there's so few moves that are also anti-air and cross-ups to begin with.
Yeah.
So this is like, so you only have the first 2 frames that are active to allow for the cross-up to land. So that's kind of good. Like, that's not a
Bro,
bad
this
thing
is
at all.
better than Balrog standing medium punch. Let me tell you though.
I think it's worse than it. I think it belongs beside it, but to the right.
Come on, guys. This one, like.
It's a frame slower. It's a frame slower.
Oh my god. You guys are talking about like 1 frame that we play online most likely. No,
That makes a big difference. It makes a big difference when it comes to reacting to jumps.
No. This one.
Well, Carson, I gotta say though, if you are late to press the anti-air, you're not gonna land the cross up. It has to be labbed. It is a weird timing. It's very similar to Lariat, where your first 3 frames for that move, or sorry, the first 2 frames are the only time it gets to cross up the opponent. So you have to press it earlier than you feel. Like there's a weird response to this anti-air cross up.
But my point is, you can do it though.
To me,
Yeah.
1 frame is not insignificant when it comes to reacting to a jump. And that's really the only, to me, in my head, that's the only difference between these two. Is 1 frame.
But the problem is,
So-
coverage area is much wider of poisons.
Wait, which move are
Yeah,
we comparing
maybe.
this to?
I'm not gonna pull up the simulator to see what the hitboxes
I
look.
can if you guys want, but
No, we don't have time to go to that
Yeah.
level of detail. But
yeah, but let me
Wait,
tell
which
you,
move are we comparing it to right now?
Balrog standing medium punch.
yeah.
As an anti-air,
Yeah.
Poisons is better.
Yeah, much better, much better,
I
bro.
think Poisons is better.
Yeah, but Ken's jumping heavy punch beats this move somehow, sometimes, not all the time, occasionally. So
I'll just make one point before we talk about this move compared to Ken. Balrog's is so good though that it doesn't need to cross up. It doesn't need the ability to anti-air cross up the opponent. You will almost always interrupt them before they get to cross up range because of Balrog's move. But the reason I think Poisons is better is it has so much additional traits. So it can do extra damage if it's not the cross up. So there is like other traits that this move has that you can use on a regular basis, and it's again low risk, high reward scenarios.
well, let me tell you guys, this move is along with G's crouching heavy punch. This button is the best anti-air move in this game.
Yo, it's a frame trap. It's Oki, just like Balrog's.
Yeah. No.
But it can also.
Balrog's standing medium punch is not frame trap. This is like literally
Sorry,
zero.
just-
Yeah.
You do get Oki. You land right in front of. He lands right in front of you, so you have control there. But with this one, it's even better because it is a frame trap as well,
Yeah.
and an anti-air cross up. I don't even know what to call that that cross up anti-air, but I'd put it just right where it is, where you put it. That's
Okay.
what I would do with that one.
Yep.
All right. So, are you guys happy with where it is? I even think this one is better than Rariot. Sorry, but it is. Sometimes I feel like it.
I don't know.
Nothing's better than Lariat, so.
Okay. let's move on. How about
So, I think we have one more poison move, don't we?
yeah? I believe this one is like charging move, isn't it? The
This
button.
is her whip normals,
Yeah.
and her whip stance.
Yeah.
Heart raid, right? Heart raid.
So I think this one is like better than B because it's spammable.
Where's Dawson's normals on this list? I can't remember.
S.
He has an S tier one. The Earthworms.
So it's a
This-
S.
The earthworms. This is up there with those. Like, this is very similar, man.
Yeah.
Jeremy, can you pull the tier up so we can see S. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't see the top. There you go. I don't think it's quite as good as Dulcim's normals, but
Not really. Yeah.
it's up there. You can't. Actually, it almost is because they don't have. I don't think it has the same kind of hurt box. Like you can whiff punish Dulcim's normals from full screen. I don't think you can do that with her whip.
Not really. You don't want to do it because so in order to whip punish Poison's whip, you need to have like those kind of spacing that I don't think your game plan is right if you want to have like that range unless you play Guile.
Is this the one? Oh, this is just her normal, not the one where she can charge. Okay. Yeah, Dulcim's is harder. Or sorry, Dulcim's is easier to punish. Dulcim's normals can be punished almost at any range.
Yeah.
So.
But that whip is hitting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got the EX whip, which that's a whole nother level. It's super
Doesn't that
fast.
pull you in at certain ranges?
Pulls you in.
That gives her the ability to bring you in as well.
Yes.
EX heart rate is like somewhere around here. like easy. I think that move is the best move, one of the best move in the game.
Are we including that, or are we just talking about normal version of it?
Because we don't have EX heart rate in.
Well, we didn't break it out. It's kind of like with Dulcim's normals. But
because if we are talking about the EX one as well,
then
I think it gets
right,
a bit
right
more
here,
of an upgrade.
right here. I think this is right here.
That high?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because first of all, it's a +2. You can't press the button, right? So pure 50-50, and like covers like this much on your screen. Oh, it's a +1, yeah. But still, she has 3 frames, so it's 50-50. You can't press the button.
Yep.
And it covers this much. And Jose pointed out that it actually nullifies projectile as well.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that aspect of it. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's up there for sure. It's up there.
She's here.
And you can activate after the damage is dealt, unlike other EX special moves where you have to activate and lose the damage from the EX special. This one is an activate after the damage, right? Like after the EX move is done.
And this one is combo able too, with standing medium kick.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So like if you compare it to EX DP and you activate to cancel the DP, you're missing so much damage because the trigger activation is meant to interrupt the DP. But Poison can actually activate after the damage is already landed.
Yeah, has been done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up there.
The last move, her overhead move.
Oh,
wow, she has a ton of moves on this tier list.
Yeah, because she's good. nobody talks about it, but she's good.
That's an overhead. Yeah, I'd put it in A automatically.
Okay, so
that's hard to react to.
Well, it is, but at the same time, I don't think this is S tier move. I mean, it is good move and gives you Oki and good damages, but still, like in order to this move can be unreactable, you need to be really close. That if you play Poison with that kind of plan, you deserve it. You deserve that get hit. So
yeah, it's pretty slow. 24 frame startup.
Still, it's a really good move. So I think this one is A, but I don't think this one is better than like Ken's forward heavy kick, which is thunder kick.
Yeah. I just finally found it on the frame data app, and there's a couple interesting aspects of it. It's one of the safest overheads in the game at -4.
Yeah.
It's projectile invincible.
Yep.
Beats throws. Yeah, it's interesting.
Amadeus, for your information, don't bring up Ibuki's standing heavy kick. We will talk about it very, very soon. So yeah, okay.
I think this one is very similar to. I think it's slightly better than Akuma's forward heavy punch ground pound move.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it belongs
low A. Yeah.
So S.
Except for the fact that you need meter.
Yes.
But that's why I don't put it in S. You cannot. It is a just do it move, but it's balanced by the fact that you have to spend meter.
Yeah.
And it only lands you 120 damage. That's pretty bad compared to other EX special moves.
Yeah.
Then how about a little bit less cheaper than, I mean, a little bit worse than Lariat? Because I think this move is, no, I still think...
Yeah, I think it's worse than Lariat, because think about the use cases.
Yeah.
I can Lariat all day long, but you can't do that move in every scenario. Like, you are waiting for a specific, very specific distance
Yes.
and
Yep.
meter.
Yeah, you're right. Like in a vacuum, it's cheap, but considering its context and it needs meter to be used, yeah.
Okay.
Think about Lariat. You permanently can't jump in on Geef. You
Yeah,
just took away so
exactly.
many options from your opponent. But this move doesn't really control the round. It doesn't really control much. It is a
Yeah.
round finisher, though. That's easily its best application. Just boom, you're dead.
Yeah, as most overheads are, but this is a much safer one compared to everyone else. Yeah.
Not a lot of people have EX overheads in this game. So, this is
Which is, we're going to talk about later.
A tier,
right,
an A
right
tier move
next.
for me.
Yeah, right next. So,
Oh, which one? Kage?
yeah, let's talk about, I think this one is,
Is that what
I'm
that
gonna
one
pull
is?
this up side by side, actually. This is an interesting comparison.
yeah.
Is that Kage's EX Stomp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Kage. You can play him in the home or the room or the rigamaroom.
So first of all, I think this move is one of the, like, we can call it brainless move, right? When you play against Kages, those players never put thought on this move. Like, you just do it, right? And it's just,
It can be a just do it move, yes.
yeah, but the problem is it's not safe.
It's fake. It's a fake just do it move.
Yeah,
People
it's
do
a
it
fake,
anyways,
yeah.
though.
But as I said, so okay, people calling Bottle players are like brainless, but bro, like Kage players are brainless too, and like you gotta gamble it. So in that context, I think this move can be like really good move, but at the same time, it cannot be really good move neither.
It's definitely not as good as the EX Heart Rate or the EX Stomp from the EX Heal or whatever the hell we're calling it from Poison. It's not as good as that.
No, in terms of frame data, it's definitely not as good, but it's a little bit faster. 20 startup frames versus 24, and he's not considered airborne, so there's a bit of a
Yeah.
to leave it. Like, that can be a good or bad thing if you're
Like-
airborne.
You literally
Poison
get
throws
Oki,
and
that's it.
fireballs.
You literally get Oki after this. That's it. But if it's blocked, you get punished, and because Kage has 900 health, it can be like very crucial damages. Whatever he
like-
Yeah.
I'm looking at what we have on the list. I put this below Ken's overhead,
Yeah.
which puts it into B for me.
Even like
I don't even think it belongs still on A. I think this is in B.
Yeah. It's in B for me as well. Like, both this one and Poisons are good. But if I'm playing Kage, I'd rather spend meter on other things. So you're not going to see me do this move that often.
Okay, this is sad part though, or like which move you wanna spend meter with.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, every move with meter is going to force you to decide if it's a good decision to commit to or not to spend that meter. But like, if I'm Kage, I'm wanting to save that meter for his big damage shit, like
Yeah.
Air EX Fireball,
yeah.
EX DP, other
Oh,
combo
the,
finishers.
Okay, so Monk Master, this is the problem. So when Kage at the EX stomping, like it's actually a hurtbox moves backside a slightly. Then like his hitbox goes first, then hurtbox does same thing. So if you press the button, you get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And Green Shorts, the Ken normal that's in A is his jump heavy punch.
yeah,
And we put it because we figured it's the best jumping normal in the game.
yes.
But his overhead's also in Ken's overhead's in A too, but at the bottom of that list. So.
As I said, you can spam this, and every Ken players will spam those moves anyway. So
Yeah.
why not? Okay, so
Okay, I think we tested that one. What do we
Yeah.
got next?
so now let's talk about our Colgate sponsored by Colgate. She has the best smile in the game. That nobody wanna see it. Okay, so
Where is he
this
going with this?
Colgate? What?
I was like, where is he going with this?
I know, that was actually amazing.
Because the green shirts give me idea that
Oh,
she
shit,
is.
I was about to give you props for your English there, man. It's actually green shorts is English.
Yeah, it's a.
Oh,
That was good.
Yeah, the Colgate mascot. Yeah, okay, let's talk about Ibuki. First of all,
Ibuki.
her overhead. Easy A.
Easy A. Isn't that the name of a movie?
Did it have Emma Stone in it? Sounds
Yes.
like it.
Yes.
Oh,
It
she's so
did.
fine.
And then there's only one reason that you watched that movie. And don't lie to me.
To be stoned while watching Emma Stone.
Yeah.
So okay.
Anyways,
for me,
this overhead, like, how does this compare to Ken's?
So first of all, this one once it's activated, you cannot cancel it. So like on your opponent's wake up, if they have like something nullify its attack or hitbox, you get punished. But other than that, you have to block it. And on block, Ibuki is safe.
Minus
Although,
two.
yeah. Although Ibuki giving the opponent's turn, its own turn, but still, Ibuki, who cares? She has invincible move, so you can actually enforcing 50-50, and also you can like literally spam it. Like
Yes.
like
This
for-
is right.
This is up there. You
It's
know
in
what?
our tier list. Like the Akuma one, the Guile
Yeah, this
one.
is up there.
It's definitely
it-
up there
yeah.
for me.
This is up there in S with Guile and Akuma. Has
Yes.
to be.
here, but
And
Muck. His point is she can get you repeatedly knocked down
Yeah.
by throwing this overhead randomly out there
yes,
and just get you over like on the ground over and over and over again.
it is one of the only safe overheads in the game. It's airborne, so it beats throws, and it's even projectile invincible for good measure. So
Crazy Flame, how many negative frames is Guile's upside down kick on block?
-2.
So they're both -2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
yes,
And actually, she is in a state of airborne. So you actually, if you press the
Green short.
yeah.
no, this is better than upside down kick because upside down kick is not an overhead. This has all the properties of upside down kick while also being an overhead and also having projectile invincibility.
Yeah,
It's better than upside down kick.
it's
Yes!
probably better than
There
it.
we
Yeah.
go. Now we are talking. Woohoo! Okay.
We made.
I
I
think
guess Green Charts points out a good point though.
Yeah.
You don't combo off of this, whereas you can combo off of upside down kick. But even that being
that can
said,
go on for a long time. Now that I think about these 3 specific moves,
I still think it's better than upside down kick. I think it belongs right above it. Yeah.
it's. Is it safer? Which one is more of a just do it move? I think it's Ibuki's.
yeah.
They're both just do moves.
Yeah, they are both just do it moves. But which one has more use cases that like
Equal.
allow the player to keep using it? If that's equal, then I
Okay.
think it deserves to be where it is right now.
But green shorts, this move, if you get hit while you're crouching, is comboable. You can link to combos.
So yeah, the only other consideration here maybe is Guile's upside down kick is 16 frames startup versus this one is a little bit slower. This is
20, isn't it? Yeah, 28.
28. So it's quite a bit slower, but
No, it's quite slower. Quite slower. Like top plane, man, you can actually like press medium punch.
I still
It
think
can-
it belongs. I still think it belongs slightly higher than Guile's upside down kick. It's better. It's better.
Can you crush counter it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay.
You can crush counter anything in this game if you interrupt it.
Yeah.
But it's not crush counter ball block.
So yeah, +3, which is good.
Yeah, I think it belongs right there. I think we got it where it belongs.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay. Yeah, but I would like to talk about this move later if we have time, because sometimes I feel like, because you guys remember the forward heavy kick, her move, that which is also airborne, cross counter, and you know you can like it's a safe, which is because of that move. This move is like really good because of that move. So Ibuki's move is like we cannot just like identify this is cheap because of just like this move, right? It's all connected. All those shenanigans and
the use cases as well.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about her teleport. Just 1 second. Let me find it first. Yeah, here. Her teleport.
Yeah, so what is this? This is one of her
V-skill
special
dash?
Or no, it's V skill?
Is it a
No,
V
I
skill?
believe it's a command dash. It's a like quarter circle back
Oh yeah.
punch, yeah.
This is a command dash, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's only the medium one or something. At the right distance, it crosses you up, right? It passes through you and hits you on the other side into a target combo, full combo, big damage.
But still, this move is also you just can't like throw brainlessly. Like you need to put some thought and some labbing as well.
Thank you, Fat Dragon. He just confirmed it is the command dash, medium kick, and short dash on light kick.
Yeah.
To me, it's kind of a gimmick. Someone's gonna say, yeah, you can react to this and block the other side, but of course you can.
I mean, nothing can I mean, nothing is impossible in their theory.
No, exactly.
In their theory.
There is a habit to
This is
add.
hackable.
It's your fastest normal. Because I think when she crosses you over, she still has like 10 recovery frames, even though it doesn't feel like there are.
Hell no. This one is like feels like she's plus. Bro.
It doesn't feel like it at all. But if you practice this and lab it, a 4 frame will beat it. Even SPD. Like sometimes I'm mashing my SPD and I'm like, oh, well, they just walked right into my arms. Like it does work to your advantage once you realize there's a few frames of recovery there when she's on the other side.
But
To me, I think this is S though. This is spammable. This is something that Ibuki players just do over and over and over.
Major knowledge check though, because they don't do it once you realize you just 4 frame them.
yeah.
So I would put it up high A or
So okay, let's
slot. So
let's talk about this. I mean, let's put it this one as online is definitely S. First of all, you can't react to it. Second, it's good. But if you play offline, I would like to put this one like low A, like top.
I see.
Yeah, lower A. But online, this is definitely S because you can't like really react to it, and if your opponent's like fucking mashing on, like it's like mashing like maniac, you just can't react to it.
Let's average it out then at higher A then. That's kind of where I think it belongs.
So yeah, higher A. Maybe.
Like I think this is cheaper than Honda 100 hand slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I was gonna say top half of A. Anywhere there, I think it is good.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Now.
But not in front of Lariat. Lariat is king A tier. Don't fuck with me.
Okay. Let's talk about. She's one of my ideal female model character, but I will not play her because she sucks. Let's talk about Rainbow Mika.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Her standing heavy kick, which is charging move, +2 on block. Yeah. Like literally, I cannot put this one like higher than C. I would like to put this one in actually D.
Really? I think it's really good.
Nah.
D because of her cup size.
D, like her cup
Yeah.
size. Nah, she's the G cup, bro. Come on, get your knowledge checks together, man.
Yeah, I don't.
Exposed. Adris has been exposed.
I don't think this move better than any C moves.
It is though. Like I mean, you can just constantly do this in neutral, and you're plus. Like yeah, it's definitely very reactable though. Like.
And it's not really projectile invincible needle.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
armor and parry moves wreck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Fair enough.
Yeah, I just like here. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't know what this move is. Let me. Oh, okay. This is Kami's. Okay, this one can go down. How about? Okay, guys. Rainbow Mika's move. That was it. We don't think Rainbow Mika is bad, but at the same time, her moves are not really spammable, and like it's not really worth it to talk. So
Yeah, I
we
don't
will
think
move
he has a
on.
lot of other real cheap stuff. So yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let's talk about the student only knows when you were in student school, when you get bullied, you call your brother, right? So she's the one. So Akira, standing heavy kick.
Oh, okay, stand heavy kick first. What? I don't. You must have put this on the list. So I'm interested to hear your justification.
So this one is, first of all, this one is I believe -5 or 6.
On blocks, -6.
Yeah, it's a punishable, but trust me, when you play Akira, they will not throw this move where you can punish. Also, it's a space traps. Also, you can call your brother with this. Yeah, like this move is so good, and
To me, it's so similar to it almost looks the same graphic wise as Kami stand medium kick, which we
Sure.
got down there.
I
It
mean,
might even be the same.
It's a solid, yeah. It's a solid
animation.
normal, but so are just like Kami's. They're some of the best
like
normals.
here,
Yeah.
like here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, now let's move on to her brother. Definitely,
Michael.
this is S. Nowhere like S. This is S.
Yeah, this is definitely up there. There are some escapes from this, but normally you're just effed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if you manage to block, you have to eat such mix-ups before you're out of harm's way. Yeah, I don't know
And-
how high it is.
Okay, so if we could punch this dude, this like trigger sucks, right? But you can't
Can't
punch
touch
him.
him.
But
He's
he punches
invincible.
me. That's the problem, right? His aura,
Wonder-
like he shouts and I getting knocked down and fuck like getting tons of combo off it. No. This
Wonder
move
if
is broken.
is there a PC mod yet that puts Daigo Umehara in as the character model?
Puts his face on it.
Also, like this move is like tons of plus, and you just can't press the button, and like all those
Yeah.
shenanigans and like mix-ups
Okay,
and
here's another consideration. We all agree it's S tier. V reversal, you lose. V shift,
you
you
lose.
lose. There is no like escaping it.
You
You're gonna have
literally
to
just
block
like
it.
block and like depends what Akira does. You
And
back
play
jump
roulette.
or front jump.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
think there are some V reversals that get you out of this. Ed's V reversal gets him out of this clean. And I think other characters that have one of those escape V reversals, like
Ed, Kami, Ed,
there's a few characters that
yeah.
I think can get out of this with V reversal, but it's limited.
Rashid, Kami, Ed, Fang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about 6
It's a limited
characters
list.
out of like 40
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, it's a limited list. I think it's like Aegis cheap. We got
Yeah.
Aegis. Right? I think it's
Yeah,
up
I
there
think
with
it's Aegis level cheap for sure.
No, I think this
as
is
a-
like is even better than Barlock Straight.
Nope.
Can you just give us a different character? Let's just hear your thoughts on a different character.
Okay, no matter how hard I try, it doesn't work. Okay, let's go. Let's
It's
move.
definitely Aegis level cheap. Like when I play it, it sends the type of emotional distraught that I see when I see Aegis. I'm like, oh god, here it comes, here it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think this is better than this move is better than Chariot tackle because you can do it twice.
I didn't even
Indeed.
realize it's a 2-bar trigger. Thanks guys for pointing that out. It
Yeah.
is now even more cheap in my mind than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a better than straight, man. Better than straight punch.
Top,
Oh my
top
god,
half S
F you
tier.
guys.
I'm happy with
Q-Soul.
that.
Q-Souls. Okay. All right.
Useful.
So this is, but because we are talking about spammable as well, I think this one is like less spammable than Poison's Whip, because like you need to build meters.
You get one chance.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as spamming this.
Yeah. So
Maybe
but,
2 if you activate really early.
yeah. So this is really good, but not that good with as a whip. So I think it's better than EX Charity Tackle, but it's not really.
It's there. I like where it is. F that move.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, this is a useful move for sure.
Okay, let's talk about the President of the Earth. Always he
nice.
calls it power to the ass. I don't know. But
The Qs. Power to the Qs.
Yeah, power to the Qs.
So there's a funny thing that happens. Jeremy always mistypes A's and he puts Q's instead of A's. He does this all the time. It's by accident. And we find it pretty amusing. So thus the word Q's hole has been born. There you go.
Yeah.
It's our family friendly insult.
See, these guys spending their whole fucking day to harassing me with my about my English. Welcome
That's
to
not your English. That's how you type.
welcome to
How you
WCF.
read this shit.
Yeah, welcome to WCF. Okay. By the way, let's move on to the his EX low attack. I think this one is so good.
S.
Yeah, so good. Somewhere.
I don't have anything to debate with you guys. Do whatever you want, man.
This is like a full screen low that goes into a full combo and
You can
Has
activate.
a
You can
range
activate
ridiculous.
activate off of it.
tons of damages.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It's not safe on block.
That's the only reason that I cannot put like here like right now.
But even though it's not safe on block, again, it comes back to the use cases. It doesn't matter if you're gonna just spam it. It's like if that's the only thing that makes it not good, then chances are it's still S tier because
The thing is,
it leads to so much damage.
Yeah.
on
and,
block, you can make it safe though because you can activate off this, right?
Yeah.
So
okay.
So you're just kind of like whatever, throwing his little G fireballs in neutral, and all of a sudden it's like full screen low into activate, right? Like
And
out of
eat
nowhere.
it. When you get hit, like eat 500 damages out of nowhere, and like you get, of course, you get to Oki after it.
But to me, I think it's low S. I think it's pretty effing cheap.
I think it's a high A, but not S because you cannot really spam this. Yeah.
Yeah, like so. Well, Muck just pointed out like if you got V trigger ready, it's S. If not, it's low A. But
yeah, let's put it in the middle that we call it.
I guess we average that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah.
And Adrian said the same thing. Like you need V trigger to make it good.
Okay.
Agree. Like,
Now we are talking about one of the most broken move in the game. Gaia! Impact!
oh, his command grab. His
Yes.
command grab. Yes.
So I think this move is definitely S. But not S because like once you whipped, you're fucked.
It's super slow though. Yeah, 12 frames, but how many command grabs give you a full combo? It's unique that way.
And you can like literally carry your opponent into corner with this.
Oh yeah, that's
Are
right.
there other moves that launch you from a command grab?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's any other moves that do that in this game.
Jose points out a good point though that I forgot about, and that this throws never used to be scaled the same way as normals did, and he got away with way more damage because it was like a throw into combo. It did way more damage than it should, but they've fixed that, and now it is properly scaled. It doesn't do as much damage anymore.
But still is hurt. Trust me, when you get hit.
Yeah, this is part of his core kit to get you in the corner, and then this is part of his mix, right? But
Yeah. So I don't think this one is like higher than A even.
I think it's a B tier.
Yeah. So in B tier, I think this one is around like here, that between Abigail's dash move. And,
I don't think it's as cheap as Abigail's run grab.
Yeah,
or
but
run,
it's.
so.
I think this is better than Gil's parry. Like more use-able.
Yeah.
And,
I think you got it in the perfect spot there.
And G players like spam this move anyway. don't tell me guys that you guys like completely reading our block strings. You guys like throw in these fucking moves all the time.
When Gil hits the parry, it was a read. When he misses it, it was an accident.
Yeah. Okay, so I would like to talk about this move that we couldn't address from the part 1, that M Bison's the quarter, the like forward, down, heavy punch.
Psycho
Axe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think personally this move is like low A. Before nerf, it was definitely S. You like literally you can spam this move, but not anymore. But still, I think this move is like really good.
It is. It covers so much ground. It's +1 on block. Cancelable into V trigger.
Yep.
What else do you need, man?
And crush counters, and once you get hit, it's combo able. So yeah, it's higher somewhere. Like it's definitely better than Abigail Punch. I think.
Yeah, fair.
I think this one is even better than Stomp, Alex's Stomp, and of course the Balrog's standing heavy kick, of course, and Dolphin Dive. I would like to put some thought about this.
There's an interesting aspect to this too, and it does have a slower startup. It's 18 frames of startup, but that actually works to its advantage because it is so slow. You can catch people on the other side of their V shift on wake up if you just wait like a couple seconds, like not a couple seconds, couple frames, and then you end up countering. And I think it moves them so far forward too. Like you dash up and then press this, and you hit them trying to V shift on the other side of their V shift.
And crush counter gets you like tons of combos, like full combo after. So.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
So okay, let's put. Okay, how about you guys think this one is better than Balrog's standing medium punch?
No, I don't think so.
Fuck you guys. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, so let's talk.
For me, it comes back to a similar argument with every one of these things when it's so difficult to like compare it to other moves. I just think about what are the use cases you have offensively and defensively with that move. The more matchups that struggle with a move, the higher up it should be in the tier list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Sakura's standing light kick.
Oh my god, one of the best normals in the game.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely one of the best lights in the game, if not the best light in the game. And it's cancelable into specials. So.
And it hits like miles away.
The range is crazy. Yeah.
This might even be low S because of that to me.
I think this one is like the top A, but not S. Because
it's in that territory. It's either
definitely in the I think so. High A, low S, somewhere in there.
Yeah, because first of all, you really can't spam it, right? And this
like
one...
you take away so many options from your opponent just knowing that move is in her toolkit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, this one is not really plus, isn't it? I believe this is like either +1 or negative, even negative.
It's negative on hit by 1 frame, which is fuck it. Like, come on.
Yeah.
-1 is not really much. It's not really to her disadvantage. But on block, it's also just -2.
Yeah.
So
see? Yeah.
It's pretty spammable. Like that's another reason why it's pretty cheap.
No, so Muck has an interesting justification. He's saying S because he says if Balrog's dash punch is S, and this is a move that counters dash punch.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
No. Hold on. Hold the empty horses here. This isn't. No one's saying it's better than dash punch. Just that it might belong a little bit higher than we had it.
Yeah, it's arguable as it fits in as like I'm thinking mid to low S tier or high A tier, somewhere in that range. Because then we can debate that forever with all the other moves. But I agree with the logic there to put it up to S even.
I think low S. Like I think near the bottom of S. But it is just a light normal, right? Can it really be the one of the cheapest things in the game?
I think this one is better than Darsim's move.
Okay.
Yeah. But
does she have wake up advantage or Oki after her DP?
Yeah, because her dash is so good.
This is pretty freaking high for a light normal.
Yeah.
Like, in comparison to everything else we have on this list. Like, we're gonna put a light normal that high on our list.
How about here? It
But I
definitely.
mean, and maybe it belongs there because we are saying this is maybe the best light normal in the game, so maybe
Yeah.
it belongs there. But
Maybe better than G's EX roll, but worse than Akuma's jumping fireball.
yeah, somewhere in there, anyways.
Yeah. So Mark, let me tell you this though, because I play Barrow, there's no way that these two moves are below here. No way. I'm just saying, it's like there are some like harassment between these two guys against me. So.
No,
For
never.
perspective's sake, that normal, I almost feel like we can compare it to Zangief's crouching light punch.
Yes, it is.
Not because of the way that you can confirm with this one for Sakura, and Lariat can be confirmed. So it's almost, there is like a similar dynamic with the use cases, except I think crouching light punch from Gief has a little bit more range. Maybe I'd have to lab that to test it.
No, because you really can't confirm this move. You
I thought
usually
you could
using
DP.
buffer. DP is a buffer DP, not
It's a
confirm.
punch, though.
Yeah.
It's one of the longest range light punishes you'll get, right?
Yeah. So this one is not confirmable button.
But there are certain things on block that you know. Okay, I got you. Light
Yeah.
kick into punish, right?
Like
from further out,
stash punch.
anyone can do.
Like the borrow stash punch,
Yes.
you literally get fucked.
Yeah,
You
a couple of great examples. Yeah,
Yeah.
Balrog's dash punch. She can punish this from further out than anyone else can. And same with like Honda headbutt.
Yeah,
Honda light
headbutt,
headbutt. Same thing. She can punish it from further else than anyone else can.
Ron, remember the picture that I showed you that Honda and Baro hug each other and Sakura is like smiling?
Yeah. The movie poster.
Because of that, yeah.
I do think it's S tier. Like, after thinking about where other moves can like eliminate your opponent's options, that's automatically entering S tier. Just having the ability to remove your opponent's options. And this move, oh man, you make one wrong choice and you're in the corner just with this, like,
Yeah, because of
with this one light kick.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. How about talking about he was the one of the most poor character in the game, but all of a sudden he became in like between A and B right now. The King of the Dead, Nash. Sobat kick. How do you guys think?
Did we have Giles Sobat on the list?
No, because it's punishable. But this one is not.
I think it's okay unless I'm missing something.
No, this is -3 and it got buff. So like literally
Yeah,
Nash players spam this move these days. You literally spam this move without
I
thinking.
see.
And -3, and because of pushback, you really can't punish this move with 3 frame. And if you like press this one in front of can that light DP can land, you have like some wrong with your head. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good normal.
Yeah. This is like really good move. Capcom gave him 3 frame with this. So
You're putting it in low A, so you think this is better than Akira's stand heavy kick, Kami's stand medium kick.
yeah. Oh yeah. As a Nash player, like you can spam this. This is the problem.
Yeah. Yep.
So okay, you guys remember the before season 5, Nash players always backdash, remember?
Yeah.
Now because of this move, they actually like Sobat move, they walking forward with this move.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck! I hate it, but because when you play Guile or Barlow, when they like spam this move, you literally need to like wait whip punish. Other than that, and this move is hardly whip punishable as well. So I mean neither.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is like really good example of like being. I mean the character of certain. The moveset of certain character can be like really spammable, which is Nash's Soba kick is like low A, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel that too. Low A.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And for you guys' information, this one can be cancelled to the V-Trigger 1, which is like you know, teleporting. So I think this is a really good move. I mean, it became one, not before. So,
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Another poor character of the game. I think he is still, but some people call it like he has the best V-Trigger in the game, but I still don't think that way. But let's talk about Nekali. His heavy punch. You know this.
So you wanted to put this one on the list, but I was like, it's cheap about this. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts.
So first of all, I put this one because he has not much of his moves can be cheap. Okay, but this one is kind of spammable because like in the corner you press this button as the throw bait. Also this one's hitbox is pretty good in front of his palm, so it is like not unpunishable, but and it is punishable, but it's not really.
It's -2 on block, so it's actually safe.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is like whip punishable. Yeah.
This has the range of a T-Rex though. Like seriously, like it's like most of his normals. Like this has such piss poor range.
Yeah. Also, like let me point this out though. Like who plays Nekali these days anyway?
Very few people, but
I never seen Nekali in rank for on ear.
This is D.
The one thing I know that Nekali players are just fishing for is the crush counter. That's the one thing it has. That's because you can spam it on -2, so it's kind of it's really it's a crush counter opener, so you can connect into some other shit.
Yeah.
And then other than that, it's like
it's a T-Rex crush counter.
Yeah, I think this one is the better than Mika's drop kick.
Yes.
I guess agree?
I do agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another arguably not good V-skill, but I think this is not too bad. His vomit V-skill.
This is S tier for animations in this game for me, because he just literally keels over and barfs all over the ground.
Yeah, it's such a weird idea.
But
it's such a strange move.
And the sound effects is very.
So I would like to put this one as somewhere like low B or high C, because first of all,
this requires setups though.
Yeah, but still, its recovery is super short, and also it gives Nekali 10 approach to you.
Is 31 frames of recovery super short to you?
But
that's
like usually they don't throw this right in front of your face, right?
Where's Birdie's can? I thought we had that in here somewhere.
I think we did. Where is it?
I feel like we covered it.
This is not as good as Birdie's can.
No, it's not as good, but I feel like it's in a similar.
Okay, yeah.
Like
here.
now we have a ceiling.
It's a B.
Like we can say it's behind.
Yeah. So where do we put can? Oh, right there. Yeah. So it's definitely below that. Like this is low B for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I think this one is
low B at best.
Yeah.
Is kind of where I was going with it.
I think Karin's overhead is better than this move because like literally Karin's can be safe. Yeah.
Use it on Kensuke boost and then it's S tier.
Of course. Yeah. Oh, also the Field of Fate.
Use it on Field of Fate and
yeah.
Kanzuki Beach. It's S tier.
Then S tier. Yeah.
True.
Because like literally you can't see it.
I don't know. For me, like I'm fine like low B, but to me this is not even that high. But
I mean, like literally.
I guess
this one was good.
I guess you know what? I can't even recall in recent memory ever encountering this, like ever, because there's no Nakalis.
Okay.
So I guess I don't.
To
I
me,
don't have
it's
that
actually pretty low. I would put it in like low C because it has hard answers. Like once you understand the dynamic for this move, you could jump in.
Yeah.
Like at a certain range, you have ways to just eliminate this move from having an advantage.
Yeah.
I would put it like even below B. I would put it somewhere in C.
Okay. Let's put it better than the heavy punch. Agree?
Yeah. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
It's fine in that range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With this move, I would like to hear Ron's opinion strongly.
Sure. Which move are we talking about?
Menat's orb, whatever she throw.
Oh. Her orb
my God.
Yeah. Like
So-
stand heavy punch. Yeah.
Well, okay, the first thought I have is Dhalsim, Poison, Menat. When I compare their normals, Menat wins. She actually, you can't punish them.
No.
There's
you
no
can't
punish.
repunish it.
Hurt
No.
box at all.
No.
So is this better than Poison's whip moves?
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
easily.
yeah.
So
So
I
this is-
automatically put it in S tier because it's not punishable. That means you have no options to punish this. So again, it kind of comes back to the logic of if you remove an opponent's options, it's automatically going up towards A and S tier. Now, the only way a non-ranged character can deal with this is hard reads. So now we're entering Dhalsim territory, where you have to take risks just to get in.
Yeah.
And then for every other character, I still think it's a struggle because smart Menats will bait the fuck out of you with these normals.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is she does, like, to do some of her specials, she has to, like, throw the orb out, and then she temporarily doesn't have it, right? Like, she has 2 sets of normals with and without the orb, but you don't have to throw it out either. You can just always keep it.
Well, it's kind of like, you know, when you throw up fireballs at a certain range, you're not going to repeat the same tempo and rhythm. You're going to switch it up to throw the opponent off, and maybe they'll jump in, and now you're ready for that, right?
Yeah.
Menat can do the exact same kind of mental, like put that in your mental stack and throw you off. Now you think, oh, I'm gonna jump in, but she's just gonna wait and then anti-air you with her heavy punch version.
Hey,
So-
Jose is saying, what's your problem? You just walk at her, man.
Yeah. So.
What? And you keep getting hit because you can't block.
So I think it's definitely better than Zangief's Lariat, but I would like to argue that her orb is not really, let's say, like spammable. Against GIF, of course it is. It's like better than straight. Of course it is. But it is not against other characters. Especially.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to account
yeah.
for. Like, in general, can you handle these normals? Well, then it comes back to, can anyone handle Dhalsim?
Well, okay, here's the thing about her orb too, though, to consider. I believe that some of her, in some instances, her orb is counted as a projectile. So anything projectile invincible goes through, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think this.
EX, I think, might be projectile. It might be treated.
In some instances, it's considered a projectile. You can,
I gotta check now.
But
like, I know when I play her against Ed, I can V-skill through some of the orb stuff, but I've never figured out. I've never gone to the lab and figured out what stuff I can and can't. But
so I
probably
think
not the normals.
when she's like send her orb and like getting it back is projectile.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I mean.
But just
The
like
EX
orb,
version.
just like hitbox moving around, and there's no hurtbox, right?
yeah. Her normals are not projectile.
Yeah.
So I think her like orb with special, orb with special move that is not really as smooth neither, but of course, yeah, just like orb normal are not really S tier neither. You need to put a lot of thought with this. You really can't spam it because once you spam those moves, jumping will like solve your problem,
Yeah.
right? Because
And here's another consideration with her orb. When you use it to like when she uses the orb not as a normal, she can place it somewhere in front of you on the map or behind you, right? So she loses the range because the orb is no longer part of her normals. So you could argue, okay, but she has to pick one or the other because she can't do both of those moves at the same time. But she still has those normals. It's not like she loses all her normals. She just loses the ranged version of those normals. So sure, in one sense, Dhalsim has endless range, and so does Poison, because they don't have to trade. They don't have to pick between the normal or the special move. For Minot, sure, you have to choose. It's pretty damn rare that I've played a Minot that has made the mistake of calling the orb back at the wrong time. Because that's the one part where that orb is somewhat flawed, and you lose the range, and now you have it as a special move. It's waiting to confirm from a combo. Or sorry, to open up a combo, right? So it's still not much of a weakness in my opinion. It's kind of what I'm trying to get at is even though she has to pick and choose, well, guess what? If she chooses to keep it as a normal, you're never punishing her. Like the trade-off is not that much of a drawback. So I would put it up in S tier.
For sure, it's S tier. I guess where I'm kind of debating it is, I think it's definitely better than Dhalsim's normals, and it's like, is it better than Poison's whips as well? Because it's up in. That's the question for me. Right. I think it's definitely better than Dhalsim. I don't know if it's better than Poison.
For me, like right, better than Dhalsim's, but like Blanca's V-Trigger, no, I don't think so. Because all you need is just block. Even there is some chip damages, but I don't think it's like worth it. So, okay, let's move on.
All right.
Okay. Poor Laura has only one move, that Thunderclap.
How many moves are left?
Not many, like 12 or 13. Yeah. Actually, like 15. 16, yeah.
I think we should just put a cap on time. I could go for another 10 minutes.
Sure. 10 minutes? Okay, then...
Brings us 10, 15.
Then let's talk about characters who has like just few moves, then we can finish off later, even like after... I think we'll figure it out later.
Yeah, I think we end up doing a part 3, because I think even once we have all the moves on the list, we may then also, like, in context of having everything on the list, we may adjust some, right?
Yeah, these two moves, right? Yes, of course.
Yeah, we should make once we have every character with at least one move in the cheap tier list, we can do a final version of this tier list and allow the chat to debate us three. Because we agree on this tier list. Once it's finalized, maybe they can change our minds.
I agree everything what you guys says except these two moves. And and this upside down kid. Yes. Okay.
Balrog is still the reigning champ. He's the champ, man. That's who he is. He's the champ.
Okay. So
all right, pick the next move, Crazy Flame. Where are we going?
Let's talk about Laura's Thunderclap.
Okay.
So this one I don't think better than A. So like if I'm like super generous, like high B, not even top B. Because first of all, you can punish it and you can react to it, and Borrow can
command
punish
grab her out of it. It's pretty bad.
This is something that's just part of her standard kit. I don't think it's overtly cheap.
No, it's not.
I agree.
And
I don't even know if it's B.
Like, I mean, but it's not really C level. Because this one is like really gives her like super heavy pressure, right?
Yeah, it sets up her pressure. This is what sets up her whole game, right?
And okay, Laura is the only one grappler has fucking fireball.
True.
So I think it's worth B, but not C. But at the same time, it's not really top B level. Yeah,
okay. I agree. But yeah, definitely, I agree with you. Yeah.
But I think this is better than Stomp, but not better than Cammy's standing like medium kick. How about you guys think? How do you guys think about it?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
That's where it belongs. Yeah.
Let's move on. Okay, Lucia has only one move neither, so as well. So let's talk about her sliding move.
Yeah, the light kick slide.
Yeah.
This is really good.
I think it's A.
It goes under projectiles. It goes under some normals.
And plus one. Sometimes
combos
plus.
with it.
It's sometimes plus.
Sometimes plus, yeah. Depending on how you space it, yeah. The spacing dependent on the frames on hit and block, but it's one of her best things that she has. I think that's unique to her.
Yeah. So I think it can be spammable, and I would like to categorize this move as like Nash's Sobat kick. Like literally, I mean, you really can't spam it without thinking. You need to space it, but still, it opens you as Lucia player. Like it opens you approach to your opponent, especially like against Shotos, and it stops Shotos throwing projectile, and also it's plus sometimes on block. And
I don't know. Can it actually be plus? I know it can be safe.
No, it can be +1 sometimes.
Really?
I mean, not plus, but it can be frame trapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not plus. Sorry. I was confused with the Luke's standing head kick, which we're going to talk about it next week, or next time. Yeah. So I think this one is like low A or like high B.
Yeah.
Can it connect to anything?
No. It cannot be combo.
Yeah.
Even on counter hit? On counter hit?
No.
Wait, is this one the
No,
knockdown?
it can. It says on FAT it says can combo afterwards if spaced properly.
Oh,
That's the question I have about that move. I feel like it can connect,
Yeah, they can.
which makes
I was
it
just
even
watching,
more cheap.
I was just watching Capcom had their sets stream today, and it was Dr. Danny versus Seville.
yeah.
And he was sliding into him left, right, and center.
I think it's let me distinguish the difference between a good move and a cheap move. Everything in this list is technically a good move. Like, they're all good moves. So now we're debating, of the good moves that every character has, which one is the cheapest? Like, how does it stack up, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like D means it's a shitty move. No, it still means it's a good move. But relative to other cheaper moves, where does it sit? I think this is a high A.
Yeah, it's a total just do it move. You just slide.
I put it in the top half of the high A's.
But still, I think this move is better than Boss Slam, but like Poison's command grab, like around here.
This is I'm getting tired of neutral. Fuck it, just slide.
Yeah,
and hitterless. So that's where there's no mechanism to like prevent you from just spamming it.
Okay, then how about better than Barlock's standing heavy kick? How do you guys think?
Yes.
Yeah, because
I think so.
I think EX Dolphin Dive is better than this, still.
And I'm looking at most of these moves in top A. Yeah, I'd say it's somewhere right in the middle of A.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right here, right?
Yep.
Okay. So our last move of this game, this part 2 will be Fog. The that air jump, air kick, where she jumps.
Oh, the
dive kick.
Yeah.
Dive.
The dive kick, yeah.
Major matchup check or knowledge check. This move. It's not as hard to deal with as it appears.
I think it's a B. It's a B.
This is a total gimmick.
Yeah, it is.
If you block the first hit and she tries to hit you on the way down, you still have time to anti-air between blocking and her coming back down. Like, it's gonna catch you if you're not used to seeing this, because it is pretty unique. No other character has a completely downward vertical dive kick like this, so it's unique that way. But
the thing that I think people make the mistake of is assuming it's a cross up.
Well, that's the thing. It can be. So after you bounce off them, you can actually go left or right.
Yes.
That's what makes it good.
But that's not the first hit. Like that, this
No.
move itself is not a cross up. Is my point.
Not
The
the
hit
first hit.
afterwards can be on hit, but on block, isn't she always landing in front of you?
No.
Not really.
On block?
You can control it.
Okay,
You can
okay.
control
So,
it. Yeah.
so that's the part I'm missing. But that means all you have to know is stand block it. Doesn't that always answer it?
But
Like the first hit.
Here's the thing though, the Falk players will not throw this move that obvious. You know what I mean?
Where it's good, where it actually is really good, is as a meaty.
Yes,
Like
that's what I'm
pro
trying to say.
Falk player, pro Falk player, that's how they're using this. They're using it as a meaty, and then it's very hard to deal with. But
Yeah. And
Oh, Jose's got a good point. It can bait DPs.
yeah,
that too, yeah, as DP bait, because you can just look like you're jumping forward and then not jump
Delay.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember I was watching Stack Bradford stream that he needed some Falk matchup, and he was very frustrated against Falk move. Like, you know, that especially this move, you literally cannot do it, like you cannot really press any button to punish this move as a
You just have to let it happen.
Yeah.
Some characters definitely have a hard time like trying to hit directly above their head.
Yeah,
So
but Guile just air grab, that's it.
yeah, but that's hard to know that you need to do that.
It's just like as soon as you saw like that move, like block and jump, grab her. That's it. That's what you need.
I think this is a B.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not busted. Like
Brett,
it's-
what do you know the name of it in Fat? Muckmaster made me second guess myself.
I think it's down medium kick in the air. It's called dive kick in Fat.
Oh, is it? Okay, just straight up called dive kick. Okay, I just need to see one of the traits the move has. So on hit or block, Falk bounces straight up into a second jumping state, which is player controllable and can cancel. Oh, it can cross up.
Yeah.
That changes my opinion of it quite a bit now. I thought it
Yeah,
could
off
not
the
cross
bounce.
up.
Off the bounce, but you
Not
have
the
enough
first
time
hit.
to.
The first hit's my question. Can the first hit cross up?
Yeah.
Can it?
I don't think it can. It's
No,
the
no, no.
second.
Okay.
It's the follow-up. The
No,
one
what I'm
after
saying is,
the first.
what I'm saying is, when you're using this as like setup or like meaty, it looks like you need to just like back guard, but it's not. Sometimes it actually like hits you like behind your head, which is cross up. But
Yeah, maybe.
in
maybe.
game, it's not really cross up.
Yeah. It's
Then-
tricky.
yeah.
It's tricky. It's right above your head, so it really messes with you.
Then
But-
another problem is, once she actually like bounce like in front of you, you think it will be okay. Now all I need is to like press the back. Is sometimes because when she press the medium kick or heavy kick is cross up button, right? Then it's actually cross up. This is like very dirty setup to deal with.
Yeah. It's not that good.
Yeah, see? It can be cross up, so it can be very dirty setup of her, but she can have barely because it has to be in the corner, and yeah. But I think this one is better than Gil's parry, and even better than G's command grab, but not better than Abigail's EX dash.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Fair.
This
Okay.
move's so complicated.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
like
is,
so much going on.
I mean,
Okay.
let me point you guys out that Jay Wong put Street Fighter V is actually one of the hardest game to learn. In that,
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so nuanced that the difficulty in learning the game is why people don't like it. It's almost too nuanced in a way. The finer details are like, they all matter a
Really?
lot.
I don't know. Like in comparison to stuff like Tekken, it's not even remotely close to the nuances that game has. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, as I said, in depth. Like if you wanna like mashing buttons, like this game is the best. Like all you need is like fucking play with it, and like game will let it happen. But
Yeah.
in depth, like if you wanna learn and play this game competitively, it's a little bit
It
hard.
goes real deep. Yeah.
Yeah. But Anyway, so we've got still maybe a small handful of characters that we haven't got to yet.
Yep.
And I think we will, maybe in context of having all of them finally ranked, we'll maybe revisit where some of the moves are and take some feedback from chat as well. But I think we'll be doing a part 3. So
Yeah, part 3.
Yeah, it's nice as an ongoing segment where we can just come into one of the roasting reviews and like fill this segment in.
So basically, part 3 will be Vega, some Juries, and Colleen's, Luke, Oro, and Rashid. That's it. So
Colleen, Luke, Oro,
and like some
Rashid.
Rose, and Seth.
I know we forgot a few moves though, like even from existing characters, because we didn't exactly do this as like every character's cheap moves. We were just trying to get like 1 or 2, and then kind of top it up. Because we forgot about one of the cheapest moves in the game, and that's Zangief's standing medium punch. A lot of characters' cheap moves are just not accounted for yet.
Yeah,
so this could be like 4 parts, 5 parts, but we'll just take it as we go.
Yeah, we call it in Korea is Sonic Boom of Zangief.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a plus. It's a plus.
I was watching Infiltration play Zangief, and that's what he was doing. He just going stand medium punch and neutral, and he kept saying Sonic Boom. I didn't know I was saying that.
Sonic Boom.
All right, so I guess this is it for tonight's
part 2.
Cheap move tier list part 2, and of course I would like to give big shout out to ME Sports that giving us the power to carry on, and also the viewers who's tuned in and just hang out with us, chill with us, and throwing some you guys' opinion. You guys are the only reason actually to keep us carry on as well. Thank you very much. Any last words?
Thanks, Muck, Master, Jose, Adris, Green Shorts, and all the people who participated in the discussion today. Your feedback, your comments too, and even just correcting some of the frame data and stuff as we go through this. Very much appreciated. It helps us out a lot. So thanks for tuning in.
And how about you, Ron?
Just wanted to thank both of you guys as well. It's hard to get us all in a stream. So I'm glad that we're able to come together and pull these roasting reviews off. But yeah, also, of course, thanks to the guys showing up and just helping us feed more situational matchup knowledge for these cheap moves.
I think our passion is like really good. I'm not going to deny it. Yeah.
Jose is upset about our tier for Ibuki's overhead, but
I am
we
upset
have our
too.
final one?
I am upset that Paolo is right here. Like all my characters' moves are S tier. I'm not happy with this.
Yeah, as if
neither.
you didn't know that before you chose to start playing them. But in the future, when we do finish, like let's say maybe by part 3 or 4, we actually have accounted for every character's cheap moves. The final version of this is where we need Jose to come back, and we should just open up the Discord chat. Like, come into a voice channel. You don't have to bring your webcam, and let's talk about it, because it's so difficult to do through text while we talk. We can out-debate you just with speed. Like, we need us in a voice channel. So I think with maybe the 4th or 5th part for these cheap move tier lists, we'll have it as a final debate discussion where we do account for, like, what we need now is someone who mains at diamond rank every fucking character. Like, if we really wanted to at least account for every matchup as best we can, we need a Jose for every character, but that's not realistic. So we'll do what we can with the next few parts, and then we'll pull everyone together for a final review of these tier lists.
But the problem with having like a diamond plus player for every character is people are biased. We're biased. We argue for it.
I'm not. You guys are. I'm not.
No, but that's where the debate comes in. Of course, I'm gonna say, or we're all gonna be biased towards our own characters. But then not everyone plays that character, so that's where the debating skills are gonna be entertaining.
Yeah, and arguments will be very
the discussions.
interesting. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Because I actually would love to hear what Jose has to say about that move, because all 3 of us agree on where it currently sits, but none of us main Ibuki. So it'll be really interesting to invite some people. Like, we need a Urian main to help us, unless he just agrees. He's just like, nope, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so most of Balrog players agree is that EX straight punch is like really S tier. You don't need reason to throw.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know when all Balrog mains agree that we've got it in the right placement.
That's right. Yeah.
F
No
you
one
guys.
disagrees.
F you guys. I
Yeah.
hope you guys have a nightmare tonight.
Like, I'd love to hear Anthony's opinion about our decision to put a lot of Ken's moves up in the S tier cheap level. Like that is something I think we would clash on. Because his perspective is probably going to reveal some stuff we never really thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on later. But again, thanks for people whom watching this right now. Thanks for tuning in, and we will rate the the Miss Patricia's channel. Please check her out. She's a very good Ken player. Okay, see you guys later. Bye for now.
Wait, hold up. One last question. This is very relevant. Hey, can you explain, Robs23, hey, can you explain again why Akuma's Air Fireball and Stomp in the ground moves are S tier cheap? This is a quick explanation. We can cover this.
Yeah.
So the main reason Akuma's Air Fireball is considered cheap is because he can close the distance with light. So he has light, medium, heavy for the Air Fireball. If he does the light Fireball, it's fairly safe where you can't punish him as he lands. So now you're able to close the distance. And where's Akuma's most optimal distance? Where he can mix the shit up out of you and put you into a combo in close range. So that's the main reason that Fireball is super cheap. And then the Stomp, which is his Stomp?
Stomp was a
forward heavy punch.
Yeah.
The forward heavy punch one. Okay. Any one of you guys want to expand on that one?
Okay, so first of all, this one has 3 invincibility that throw, projectile, and some of the low forward move. Also,
and
it can
hits
land like combos after.
And it hits on the ground.
Yes. So because we are talking about and it's safe. That
On
was
block,
another
only minus
It's on block too.
yeah.
2.
So because we are talking about these moves are like spammable. Like it's not like how, because most of the moves are like really good of their own, but we are talking about how these moves are like spammable, or like because of this move other character cannot throw like their own shenanigans. So
Yeah,
hopefully this
risk and
one makes
reward
sense.
is really good for this move. And in a lot of scenarios, it will win. So it eliminates a lot of different options that the opponent has. So if you do this move correctly, Rob, it's throw invincible. It can even go over fireballs. It's safe on block, with -2 being what we consider still fairly safe. It can connect to combos.
Yeah.
We didn't even expand on that, but yeah, you can convert. You can convert to a combo once you land that move. Brant mentioned it hits on the ground, so you can get a little bit of extra damage when your opponent's on the floor. It has a lot of good characteristics that very few moves have, and they're all three of those types of moves are beside each other. Ibuki's, Guile's, and Akuma's. They're all in the S tier range.
Yeah, because
Throw baity moves. Yeah, but this one's got a little bit extra on it. But don't worry that you missed some of the debate tonight. That's okay.
It's not even the real debate with these parts. The real debate with the viewers is the last version of these cheap move tier lists.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not done. We're not done talking about it.
We're
And
still going.
we'll
Come
have a
back,
part
Robs. Come back. Join the Discord. Join the community,
Yeah.
and we'll definitely bring back the debate.
Please
Because we
follow
want
us.
people in voice channels with
Yeah.
us.
And we do like running online tourney every single 2 weeks. So please check out our previous stream. It will be fun. Yeah.
Oh shoot, it's WCF Discord. My bad.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. Alrighty. So again, thanks for tuning in, guys. I will see you guys next week, I guess, for the next roast. So talk to you guys later.
It's West Coast Roast next Monday. West Coast Roast number
Peace.
11. See you.
And hello, Miss Patricia. Here comes the raid.
Woo. And stream ends.